Hey, horror fans! Once again, it is me, the Horror Mizamani G. It's time to review another horror movie. We're going to review the Finnish horror movie called Hatching. Now, Hatching is a 2022 Finnish body horror film. It was directed and written by Hanna Borgström. I'm going to have some trouble trying to pronounce these names, but I am going to try my best. The film stars Siri Sorlani, Sofia Hekkolia, Johnny Volanen, Reno Norin, and Uvia Olia. Now, in this film, a young gymnast tries desperately to please her demanding mother, discovers a strange egg. She hides it, keeps it warm, but when it hatches, what emerges shocks them all. Oh boy. When it comes to foreign horror films, I really haven't seen that many from the country Finland. Now, I know that there are several Finnish horror films that have been released here in the US, such as The Hole in the Ground, Lake Bottom, and just recently, The Twin, which was released this year. So, after seeing the trailer, I was quite excited to see Finland's latest horror film from Finnish film director Hanna Borgström in her directorial debut called Hatching. Now, in this film, we're introduced to a very loving Finnish family where Mother, yes, that's her character's name, she's simply just known as Mother, is an influencer and wants to show the world how lovely her family is. Now, after an incident with a crow that ruined the family shot, the oldest child, Tinja, discovers an egg next to the crow's nest. Feeling sorry for the crow, Ninja takes the eggs back home, nurses it, and it grows, keeping it warm and secure, and the egg grows and grows and grows. Surprisingly, when the egg grows and when it eventually hatches, and with it brings something more than Tinja ever imagined. And yes, it's a lot more than we suspected. When looking at this film, it's obviously that Hannah was inspired by David Cronenberg due to the body horror that we've seen in this film. However, what carries this film is not just the body horror, it's the relationship between Tinja and her mother, and her relationship with Tinja and the creature that came out of the egg. That's basically what this film is. Now, as the film progresses, we get to learn more about her mother's past. She was a former figure skater, obviously must have had a great career before an accident ruined everything. And I guess she's trying to relive that greatness by living vicariously through her daughter. Now, Tinja, she tries best to please her mother, who forces her to be a gymnast when the audience sees that she's far from being one. She wants to make, you always have this relationship where you have a parent that obviously wants to be famous, wants to show the world off that her family is perfect. And unfortunately, we see the child struggle and not being what she really is, but they don't want to disappoint them. And that's what we have here. Now, it's because of that relationship, Tinja makes sure that she's more caring to the creature who she calls Ali from a Finnish children's song. Basically, this whole horror movie that Hannah has brought to us here is an interesting take of the coming of age premise that we've seen in American films, but we really don't see that much in horror films. Of course, not all good happens as Ali attacks anyone or anything that causes Tinja any grief. They have this nice bond, especially in the beginning of the film, and you can see what happens when anything that causes Tinja grief or makes her mad or upset, Ali will attack that person or that thing with devastating results. Not surprisingly, Tinja's family isn't the picture-perfect family her mother brags about in her vlog, as secrets are revealed, and we see how her brother Matthias is jealous of the attention her mother shows her. He comes off as quite annoying and is upset. He really wants to have that same attention that Tinja is getting, but the mother's more focused on Tinja than it is on Matthias. Now, Siri Sorlina is wonderful as Tinja, a young girl who will do anything to make her mother happy and shows the affection towards Ali even when Ali does bad things. She's very, what should you say? She's not insecure, but she so wants to make her mother happy. And I think Soliani does a great job in portraying the aspects of it. She tries and tries desperately to prove that she can be a gymnast, but we know she just doesn't have what it takes, as we see in the film. And because of that relationship, she wants to show that she can take care of something even better that her mother does. And when you're looking at the film, you wish that her mother would have that same type of relationship that Tinja has with Ali. And I think that's the coming of age story that we see in this film. And I think Hannah did a perfect job in displaying that and writing the writing that shows as well. Now, if I understand correctly, it was purely practical effects. I think somebody said they saw some CGI in there. From what I understand, I don't think there was any CGI in there. The practical effects were great. As the films, they were created by Gustav Holgen, who worked on Star Wars, Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom, and 2010's Clash of the Titans. So I think it's all 100% practical effects. Now, while the ending might not satisfy some viewers, I believe this was an effective body horror film with some decent acting and some nice practical effects. Obviously, the body horror that comes in right around the third act of the film, where we see the creature make changes. I won't say what the changes are. I'm pretty sure if you've seen the trailer and if you people who've seen the movie know what I'm talking about, I believe that's where the true aspect of the body horror comes into play. But like I said, this is more of a coming of age film, more of the relationship between Tinja and her mother and her relationship with the creature that she calls Allie. I think this is more what Hannah is focusing on. So, well, not the best, great. It's not really a great horror movie, but it's good enough that I'm going to give Hatching 3 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. Giving it 3 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. Yeah, like I said, it's not great, but it's good. I did enjoy the film. There could have been a little bit more emphasis on the family, more from the brother and the father, but there's some other aspects of the film. Like I said, there's a secret that we find out with her mother, and that kind of gets dragged about in the film. That could have not been in the film, but I understand what they were trying to do with the story. But it was good enough to get 3 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. So there you have it. That is my video and review of Hatching. Hope you guys did enjoy. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up, like, and share because it does help out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you're seeing Hatching, let me know what you thought about it. Please leave in the comment section below. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscriber button and ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put a new video such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as a Horror Miser, Monty G, and always remember that horror rules. And I'll see you in my next video. I'm out.